René, we seem to be in Groundhog Day of a great performance, but no points and conceding quite a lot of goals. Give me your assessment of Saturday's game.
Yeah, I think Fulham must be the only team at the moment, and you look back over the last 4 games, let me just put it, the ones that I've been involved in, must be the only team that looks back and say from the 4 games we lost 3, but we never really felt really deflated or defeated because of the performance that you've put in. And
when you look on paper at those 4 teams, you had Spurs, Everton, Aston Villa and Manchester City. Is it fair to say that you would expect potentially 3 points from that? Well,
I still think looking back, even though they've been proven really strong games and strong conduct, I still think, you know, I'm disappointed that it's only 3 points. I still think it should at least been 5. It could have been 6, you know. And like I said, I think you've already highlighted the point which we need to start addressing really closely, because I think if we can start to manage, which we did against Villa, clean sheets, you're going to win games. And I think that's one of the points on top of all the positives, and there's plenty of them. We need to make sure we start addressing that issue. Getting clean sheets, and clean sheets will get points on the board. It's
a team game, and I'm not saying that Breda's absence is significant in the fact of it being responsible for those kind of conceding, but he is a big miss, isn't he, defensively, the captain in the heart of that defence?
Absolutely. I think any player or any team that will miss 1 or 2 key players, it has an effect, no matter where they are on the pitch. And obviously Breda has been, you know, stronghold for Fulham for so long, you know. Captain, you know, a fantastic reader of the game, gives us sort of a calmness, you know, and yes, he's been missed. So it'll be great if we can get him back.
And is that the focus of the area at the moment? I know that going forward offensively, there's exciting attacking football. There are goals in the team, that's been proven. So are those the areas that you really are primarily concentrating on the training pitch to stop those kind of conceding sloppy goals?
See, what it is, I don't want to stop us from being adventurous and going forward, because I think that's an element which eventually this is what put people on the back foot. That's going to create chances. Hopefully he's going to score goals, and it's exciting. But if you look at the goals and you need to really analyse them, then you see that, one, we have conceded too many from set plays. So it is a silly thing or a simple thing to say to players, but avoid giving silly free kicks away, you know, in certain areas. We got one against City, which, you know, I was doubtful in that respect whether it was a free kick. But if you do give it away, these players have the quality to put it on it.
It was a great free kick.
It was a fantastic free kick. I don't think no matter what you would have put in front of that. But the second one, just before half time, see, these are avoidable, right? You cannot always stop because it's a referee decision, but then you need to make sure, right, you know your job, do your job, you know, and be alert to things. And I think that's one of the areas we need to address. And in that respect, Breda's height has been, you know, very important for Fulham in recent years.
But so many positives to take from all of those 4 performances, that actually when you put and look at that as a whole, you must be delighted with what you're seeing out there, especially the spirit, the commitment, the passion, the endeavour. That team wants to win games.
Fantastic. And all those things you just mentioned should be a fantastic base to get into these next 4 games. And it is really, keep doing what we're doing. Keep that energy up, keep that willingness up to drive each other on, to keep going and to push. But let's make sure we get you know, we do our defensive job, you know, jobs better, because I can't stress it too much. Clean sheets will give us points.
4 games coming up, huge games of the teams in and around Fulham. I know you're not going to tell me whether you've targeted kind of how many points that you may have targeted for the Christmas period, but it is now a very important turning point in the club season. Yes, it is. And but I do honestly feel, and I think the players are, when you're speaking to the players and one-to-ones and have little chats with them, how do you feel? And like I said, I think the biggest benefit of all those games is that not once we've been sitting there and felt really deflated and really down, and you know what I mean, and that gives me great confidence to go within these games with confidence. And they are
all winnable. And that's the focus we need to have. Yes, if we keep playing the same things, with the same endeavour, with the same energy, if we just defend better, you will. But let's, again, take it game by game. Let's hopefully we get a great result against Norwich, which will give us an enormous boost for the other away game against Hull, and then you get two Premier League home games again.
Philippe Zenderos had to come off injured, and I believe he's out now for at least the next 2 games.
Yes.
Dimitar Berbatov was missing as well. Adel Taarabt came in and did fantastically well. Where are we in terms of his fitness, and is there anybody else that isn't going to be available for you for these really important games?
Like you said, Philip is then out for the next 2 games, but Dimitar was a late fitness shout for the City game and will be again assessed ahead of the Norwich game. But hopefully we will be able to play him. Other than that, we don't have any other issues.
2 very important games coming up. Before we next speak to you, we wish you luck for those 2 games.
Thank you very much.